With the release of Surfer Rosa in 1988, the Pixies totally redefined alternative rock music. Pioneering the quiet verse, loud chorus song structure, and blending melodic hooks with howling scream vocals, things that went on to become synonymous with the genre, it's fair to say that the Pixies have influenced generations of Western guitar bands ever since. But on the other side of the world, in Japan, a similar band were creating their own sound, mirroring that of the Pixies, but in their own image. And they too would go on to be equally instrumental in the direction of indie rock across Asia and beyond. And that band was Number Girl. Consisting of 4 members from Fukuoka, southern Japan, Shitoku Mukai on guitar and vocals, Hisako Tabuchi on guitar, Kentaro Nikeo on bass, and Ahito Inazawa on drums. You can see there's already similarities to the Pixies on a surface level, not only in the gender makeup of the band, but also I think in just how unassuming they look. Seemingly ordinary people who together make extraordinary noise. As soon as you dig into the music, you can hear the Pixies' influence straight away, from the shouts and screeches of Mukai to the warbly, bendy guitar lines of Tabuchi. And it's not only sonically where the bands compare. Coincidentally, both put out their first full-length album 2 years after forming, then went on to release 3 more studio albums before breaking up exactly 5 years after the release of their first. 1997's Schoolgirl Bye Bye is a jangly, chirpy blend of nostalgic melodies and shimmering guitar solos, but encased in this frenetic post-hardcore noise, opening with perhaps their most recognised tune, Omoid in My Head. The whole album is proper lo-fi. The vocals are ridiculously low in the mix, and the drums sound like they were recorded on a potato. But you know what? I don't mind. From the get-go, this band feels like lightning in a bottle, and the alternative rock scene in Japan was taking note, not least because of their incendiary live performances. There's so much raw emotion in Mukai's voice, and I don't think Inazawa could hit those drums any harder. The whole band have this kind of last show before the apocalypse energy. Their second album, Schoolgirl Distortional Addict, released in 1999, continues with the same lo-fi production and very live, feedback bludgeoned sound. Paying homage to their biggest influences, it features a song called Pixie Do, explicitly referencing the Pixies and Minneapolis band Husker Du. Number Girl were taking the sounds of those early innovators and fusing it with the indie rock of the time. Now they were the inspiration for other bands, such as Art School, and later Tooming Magazine. By the year 2000, with a step up in production courtesy of David Friedman, aka the Phil Spector of the alt-rock era, their next full-length project, Sapukai, captured the perfect balance between catchy, dare I say, emo-tinged hooks and abrasive, distortion-fueled attacks on urban life in Japan. Hisako's guitar should get a special mention here. Like Kim Deal of the Pixies, her playing and songwriting is so full of creativity and individuality. I think she single-handedly inspired hundreds of different guitar players ranging from indie rock all the way up to J-pop. And she also went on to start many other great bands after Number Girl split. But split they did in 2002, following the release of their final studio album, Numb Heavy Metallic. This one's a little different from the others, incorporating rap, reggae, almost math-rocky elements. I think it's quite reflective of its time. Rock music was huge in the early 2000s, from the mainstream pop-punk and nu metal bands ruling the airwaves, to emo and post-hardcore bands at the fringes. And even avant-garde Japanese bands like Polysix had been getting worldwide recognition. So Number Girl were reaching for something new, even as their time as a band came to an end. Number Girl's legacy can't be underestimated. But to truly get this band, I think you probably just had to have seen them live. Fortunately, for those born too late for that, and I'll say this one more time, Just like the Pixies, Number Girl reformed after more than a decade on hiatus to play the Rising Sun Rock Festival in 2019 to a brand new generation of fans, with the same energy that set in motion Japan's alt-rock scenes that thrive to this day. This channel supports my online radio project, Transport Radio, playing lesser-known music from around the world. One of the shows, the Snotify playlist, spotlights music that's not available on streaming platforms, such as Number Girl's first album. So be sure to tune in over at transportradio.live and hopefully you'll discover some music you've never heard before. Other than that, we're on SoundCloud, Mixcloud and Instagram too, links in the description, and subscribe here for more untold stories in music. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.